you move to a place that's not as windy as the last place you're at, then you can hopefully open the door. It's so windy. Over there. That's 9 kilometres of dirt road here. I don't think it'll be too bad. The entrance to 80 Mile Beach Caravan Park. Caravan Park. G'day Park. Plenty of tables and chairs outside. Shops that are sort of shorter hours at the moment. And you got to check out the ice cream here. I have partaken in a couple of scoops of ice cream. Quite a well stocked little shop here. So there you go. So if you're up here, you know you can get your basics. And, oh, bread rolls, pastries. Didn't see this before. Very nice. And got to go back to the ice cream. Maybe time for one more before I go. Really hot up here, and I think it's time to try and give myself another haircut. I've done it once before. Tried to have Anne-Marie here to tidy it up afterwards though. So, yep, there's a before and after, I reckon. Okay, there we go again. Wish you luck. I'll leave the glasses on for the first bit this time. Oh my god, I just had a look in the mirror. I haven't done it around my ears. Oh my god. I'm going to try with a shorter blade and see how that goes. So this is my second attempt with giving myself a haircut. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, I might be going to have a shower and wash all the hair out and do a load of washing. Anyway, it feels a lot better, that's for sure. Don't know how it looks, but it feels better. So this is 80 Mile Beach in Western Australia. As you see down on the beach, there's all these turtle tracks. So the other day when I was at Garry Creek, I think it was turtle tracks I saw. Not crocodile tracks, but this is a fairly good sized turtle. And most of the tracks are washed away because of the tide, whereas this one's still, it looks like the turtle's either gone up or down after the tide's gone out. So I'll just have a little investigate up here and see what I can see. They do go a long way off the beach. Yeah, apparently sometimes they come all the way up here and they decide they're not happy with where they're nesting and go somewhere else. So this one's come all the way up here. I'll assume there's a nest under there. I didn't know before I got here that November, December was turtle nesting time. So they come in at night on the high tide, come right up the beach here. We did see some last night. I'll probably come down again tonight. And you can get up reasonably close to them without disturbing them, just no lights, no flashes. You can use a yellow light or a red light apparently. They dig these big holes and then cover their eggs. A bit of a bonus seeing that. Wasn't expecting it, didn't know about it. I know what turtle tracks look like now. Not like crocodile tracks. But there's quite a few of them on the beach here. So yeah, I'm going to put the drone up, have a little look along the beach here, just to give you a bit of a perspective of how long this beach is. This is the beach camp at Cape Keraudren. It's empty, no one here. There's plenty of space. There's some bins there. There's 2 sets of toilets with 2 dump points. And shelter over here. There's turtle nesting and birds over there, so you can't drive on the beach here. And this over here is the southern end of 80 Mile Beach, from not far from where I was before. There's a few flies around here at the moment though. It pays to be a bit adventurous and maybe stand a bit close to the edge sometimes. Living on the edge. That's what we call it. Not doing stupid shit. Living on the edge. There we go. How's that for a view? You can tell that I left the window open when I went out, and it's just a bit windy and dusty. I had to bring my thongs inside because they blow away. The whole caravan just moved, but it moved forward. The wind's blowing the other way. But it's come off there. It's actually moved forward. The legs were not straight up and down before, now they are. You can see there how much it's moved. I might have got myself in a bit of bother here. I've seen this little turn off often when I've driven past, and I should have come in here without the caravan. But as I drove past, I thought, oh, well, I'll go back and have a look. Yeah, I didn't realise the tide came in here. And this is very slippery, which I found out when I walked down here and went arse over tit. Phone went in the mud. Got myself in a bit of a predicament. Well, it's like an ice skating ring here. Anyway, I think the main issue is because I've cut the corner there, the caravan's trying to tow it up that little ridge there. I was going to go down that way and I thought better of it and made a last minute turn here. And so I'll try and reverse back. Yeah, maybe even try and, without going too far back, reverse back a bit further onto the harder ground there and try and go back out this way. Okay, wish me luck. I was able to reverse and basically put the foot down a bit and drive pretty much straight out of there. And I'll go back and retrieve my Arches. As I threw them off to the side because they were covered in mud. I'll just go and see what mess I've made down here. And here's my Arches. They're about twice as heavy as they were. I'll go and push those out a bit. Anyway, I better get to that creek before the tide starts going out and get the drone up. Then I'll clean myself off. So I reckon I've had about enough excitement for one day, and it's I reckon time for lunch. Now I was told you could swim behind me here. They didn't say there's no crocodiles, but they just said you can swim there, and thought the outback truckers were swimming in there, so it should all be good. I've cleaned myself off a bit, and gonna have some lunch. Put the drone up, but it kept saying strong wind warning. Drone will not return to home. So anyway, I've got a bit of footage. Flew it out there a couple of times until the battery was flat, and got it home. So that's a good thing, but I'm figuring I don't want to push it too much. I'll call it a day, I think, and so have lunch and move on down the road a bit. But how's the view behind me there? It's not too shabby, is it? And how's my haircut? I reckon I did a reasonable job. Anyway, that's it for here. Cape Keraudren, or however you pronounce it. Some of the locals just call it Cape K because everyone pronounces it differently. Yeah, what I will say about here, the flies were, just as bad as anywhere, I guess. But there's a few midges and sandflies around, so I kind of went out last night to get photos of sunset and didn't put my spray on, and I got kind of attacked. There's a few in the van last night. But yeah, it is a beautiful spot. Did get a bit windy, to say the least, blowing a gale. But yeah, it's definitely worth coming in. It's a $15 entry, and then for me it was $10 a night or thereabouts, plus a bit of a fee. So pretty reasonable price, and beautiful spot. My wife has challenged me to get to 1,000 subscribers before I get home. I was wanting to be home for Christmas, so if you haven't subscribed already, can you just hit that button and help me get home for Christmas? Seems to be one of those days today. I was just getting my lunch out, and this goes in the door and is broken. So yeah, made it through the gib and on a little corrugated road, which isn't too bad actually. It's snapped, so find somewhere else to put my water and my milk, I guess. Well, I'm leaving Cape Keraudren, or however you pronounce it, Keraudren. Anyway, if you're up this way, it's 137 k's north of Port Hedland, the turnoff, and then 12 k's in is a bitumen road all the way to the ranger's house or station, and then a bit of dirt road after that, which is a bit corrugated, but well maintained. You got 3 separate sort of camping areas. There's quite a lot of different spots there, so it's a good place to explore. Good fishing apparently, and you can swim, so they say, at the creeks, and one of the beaches near the boat ramp. There's a boat ramp there as well. So just up the road here, a couple hundred metres, is Pardue Roadhouse, so there's quite a good stock of food there. It's almost like a mini supermarket, and you've got takeaway food. I did have an egg and bacon roll there the other day. It was pretty good on the way in. So yeah, all in all, good place to stay. The only negatives, it was very windy for most of the time I was there, and there's a lot of flies and midges, so be prepared for that. All in all, glad I went in there, got some good photos and some drone footage today in the wind. So, anyway, Cheers. Train coming. There's quite a long train this one, I'm just lucky I'm here. It is an empty one, but I guess being empty it'll go a bit faster. Don't know how long this train is. I started counting the carriages up to about 30 or something and then I gave up. She's getting faster, speeding up. Oh, there's lucky last. End of the train. So this is the Turf Club camping area. It's free up to 72 hours. It's just a patch of dirt basically. Soccer fields next to it and tennis courts at the other end. And the Turf Club over here. So maybe don't come on the weekends when they're racing or whatever. But it is 72-hour maximum. You've got to be fully self-contained. Don't leave any rubbish or anything like that. No tents, no camper trailers. It's got to be fully enclosed, self-contained. And but yeah, it's a free night. Saved me $48. They quoted me at the Caravan park. I was a bit peeved because they did quote me 34 over the phone, and I got there and they said it's 52. And I did stay one night. They gave it to me for just over 40. But I was a bit peeved off at that, so part of the reason I came here. Anyway, it was alright for one night, not too noisy. And yeah, it's time to move on.